Hi, I'm a researcher in artificial intelligence, or AI, and in my opinion the Nexus 7 tablet exhibits some clear signs of AI. What is AI? Some people say it's a model of human thought and behavior. Others say it need not mimic humans, but is intelligent provided it thinks and acts rationally. The Nexus 7 tablet fits the latter definition more than the first. But most of all, I'd characterize it as an intelligent assistant, which is defined as an entity that listens and responds to your needs and requests. What I like is that the Nexus 7 tablet brings AI to the public. I find that really exciting. Let's see what you think.
In this video I will review the Nexus 7. As opposed to examining the hardware and specifications, I will examine the behavior of the Nexus from an artificial intelligence point of view. I have been performing research in artificial intelligence since the 1980s and take the view that an intelligent agent can be constructed from modules. The Nexus 7, with the Jelly Bean operating system, is a verification of this view. In this view, each module is relatively simple and interacts with other modules. Intelligent behaviors emerge from the ensemble of modules due to the interactions. Of course, this is really about the operating system, not the hardware, so these comments also hold for smartphones running Jelly Bean. Let's examine a possible architecture for the Nexus 7. First, the two most important modules are Google Search and Google Maps. Other important modules include Gmail, Videos, Calendar, Picasa, Finance, Wallet, Translation, and Documents, as well as others. Finally, Google is also integrating other modules that are not produced by Google, such as Dropbox and dictionaries. Although we don't really know the architecture that Google is using, for the sake of simplicity let's assume a blackboard architecture, where all modules can communicate with each other. The Nexus 7 agent takes the information in the modules, and uses natural language processing, spatiotemporal and other forms of reasoning, planning, and decision-making to provide relevant responses. The Nexus 7 agent does not try to be perfect. It is a satisficing agent. Satisficing, a word that combines satisfy with suffice, is a decision-making strategy that attempts to meet an acceptability threshold. The Nexus 7 agent also has state information. In other words, it keeps a memory of events. This allows the agent to adapt to the user, improve performance and avoid prior mistakes. Let's make an important distinction in the behavior of the agent, which is referred to as push versus pull. What you are most familiar with is information that is pulled. You ask for information and you get it. In contrast, Google now pushes information to you if it deems it to be important to you in the present and near future. This is based on factors such as your search history, the weather, traffic, information, your flights, and your calendar. This is a real breakthrough in providing the user with a personal assistant. Here are some pull examples, showing increasing intelligence. At first only Google Search is used, but in later examples you can see more modules coming into play.
How many kilometers in 3 miles? $70 miles per hour to feet per second. What's the best recipe for apple pie? What is the average temperature in Washington, D.C. in August? What is the GDP of France? Translate to Spanish. Hello there. Images of dogs. What is 12 times 11? Graph 1 over x. I'm hungry for pizza. Distance to Boston. What movies are playing nearby? What is Android?
Android, in science fiction a robot with a human appearance.
What is Nexus?
Nexus, a connection or series of connections linking two or more things.
What is 3 to the 4th?
3 to the 4th is 81.
What is pi?
Pi is 3.14.
Google stock quote.
Google closed down 0.05% at $632.68.
What time is it?
The time is 12:28 a.m.
What time is it in Hong Kong?
The time in Hong Kong is 2:28 p.m.
United Flight 390.
United Airlines 390 from San Francisco to Chicago is on time and departs in 15 hours 28 minutes.
When did Ray Bradbury die?
Ray Bradbury died on June 5, 2012.
Nearest animal shelter.
Navigating.
What is the closest JCPenney? Where is the nearest JCPenney?
Getting directions.
I need to buy sneakers.
Sending note.
I need a beer.
Getting directions.
What is the weather?
It's 54 degrees and clear in Laramie. Here's the forecast for the next few days.
What is the temperature?
It's 54 degrees in Laramie right now.
What is the forecast?
Here's the forecast for Laramie.
What is the forecast for tomorrow?
The forecast for Laramie tomorrow is 84 degrees with a chance of storm.
How old is Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga is 26 years old.
Wake me up at 7 a.m.
Setting alarm.
Listen to Tool.
Playing request.
I want to watch a horror movie.
Playing request.
Note to self, fix truck.
Sending note.
Now everything we've seen so far is examples of pull technology where we ask questions. But meanwhile, while we've been searching, Google has been taking notice and has been pushing information back to me. And we can see that through Google Notes. We obtain that by sliding up from the bottom. And notice the following note cards have been set up: that I have a meeting at 10 o'clock, that I'm 50 minutes to the Cheyenne Animal Shelter, I'm 55 minutes to JCPenney, the status of the United Airlines flight that I searched for earlier, the Red Sox scores, the temperature, final score for the Red Sox, and finally information about the University of Wyoming based on my location. So this is an example of, again, of the pushing technology that Google Now gives you. Google Now is something that comes inherently with the new Jelly Bean operating system as opposed to the prior operating system Ice Cream Sandwich. And in my opinion is what provides a lot more capability in terms of a professional personal assistant.